And so they came, at a friend's behest.
Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. We left off trying to get ready to fly in this area here, and I just need to go talk to Estinian and turn in a quest, and we should be able to fly. So let's go find him. They're around here someplace. It's cold. Cold and snowy. I think he's on the top of that ridge right there. Him and Alphino. So what we're trying to do is we're trying to start a fire that makes purple smoke. And that's supposed to draw Ice Heart to us. Let's see. Yeah, there we go. So I went and got the hides and they got the wood. Let's turn this in. It would seem that collecting firewood is a new experience for Master Alphino. He must have been a privileged upbringing. Have you the hides we need? Yup. Got a couple. Is that purple or blue? I guess it's purple.
Ah, I should have known it would be you.
Hey, it worked.
Word reached me of a struggle with a small but well-armed band of trespassers. Forgive my comrades their hostility. Few come here uninvited, and fewer still with good intent. Now, tell me why you are here.
We wish to stop Nidhogg's attack on Ishgard.
So, you seek to stem the Dravanian tide with talk? A romantic notion. If you but knew the truth, the spark which lit the flames of this animosity, you would understand the futility of your quest. Shall I relate it to you? The sordid history my gift has shown me. That which the Holy See has taken such pains to suppress. 'Twas more than a millennium past when an Elezen tribe first sought to claim the lands of Kurthas as its home. Unfortunately for them, Kurthas was already home to dragonkind, and they were not inclined to make way for the invaders. Thus did a bloody war begin, a war which might well have rumbled on until one or the other side was exterminated, had it not been for the resolve of a single woman. That woman's name was Shiva. While those around her fought and died, she attempted to parley with the dragons, and in so doing discovered them to be possessed of profound intelligence and reason. The great worm Heavensward in particular so enchanted Shiva that she found herself growing to love the creature, whom her people considered a monster. In the eyes of a near-immortal dragon, however, the fleeting life of an Elezen is as that of a freshly cut rose. Scarce has the flower bloomed before it begins to fade and wither. Such melancholy musings plagued Heavensward, who had found in Shiva an unexpected and beloved soulmate. He knew that all too soon, death would snatch her away from him. Unable to bear the thought of their separation, the maid bid the worm consume her, that their spirits might be entwined for eternity. Though loath to perform the deed, Hraesvelgr ultimately gave in to her plea, and soon thereafter the tale of their ill-fated love spread throughout the two warring factions. No more could they raise blade or claw against one another, knowing that the souls of their kin were so inextricably bound. In the days that followed, man and dragon learned to live in harmony, and together built a nation unlike any the world had ever known. For 200 years did this blissful age of peace continue, as it would to this day, had vilest envy not stirred in the hearts of the Elezen. It is said that worms owe their longevity to the boundless reserves of vitality found within their eyes. And 'twas in this belief that a traitorous band of knights deceived their allies of some 2 centuries, and took by force that which they coveted. Nidhogg, he who now stands poised to unleash his wormlings upon Ishgard, was the great dragon who lost an eye to Elezen treachery. And until he prizes it from the hands of the traitor's progeny, no amount of conciliatory words will stay his fury.
You are wrong, Lady Iceheart. Lest you misunderstand, I do not doubt your vision of the past. 'Tis true that Nidhogg greatly desired to reclaim the Eye. Indeed, it was for that very reason that I kept it with me as I roamed the land, attempting to draw him away from the city.
Good gods!
Until recently, Nidhogg seemed unable to resist its allure and pursued me relentlessly. Needless to say, that is no longer the case. Now, it would seem, he has fixed his attention on Ishgard itself, though he knows full well the Eye does not reside there.
You believe he targets the capital for another reason?
I believe reason has all but left him. Through the Eye, I feel much of what Nidhogg feels, and the dragon's thirst for vengeance will not be quenched by aught less than a sea of blood.
If Nidhogg is indeed lost to reason, might we not seek an audience with Hraesvelgr instead? He has thus far shown no inclination to aid in the invasion of Ishgard, and may yet welcome our efforts to broker a peace.
You still believe that a peaceable solution can be found? Very well. I will take you to him. Our road will lead us to Dravania, the homeland of dragonkind. There we shall ascend unto the clouds, where Hraesvelgr resides.
This is interesting. Are we getting our crystals back?
Is aught amiss, my friend? I sense the many battles are beginning to take their toll. rest a while. And should you lose sight of us, Dravania lies beyond the mountains to the west.
Curious. The vestiges of thy mistress's blessing are not as faint as once they were. Thy will to succeed grants thee unusual fortitude. But will it be enough?
All right, we can fly. If you recall, the Granddaddy Dragon took our crystals away from us, took our power, our blessing, if you will, from Hydaelyn, and it looks like we're slowly going to get it back, maybe. All right, so I can talk with her. It's going to take us to our next destination, but let's see. Okay, let me do that, and now I want to show you something. You are Roland, yes? Pray, address me as Ysel. 'Tis passing strange, is it not, that fate should bring us together thus? Never did I think to walk alongside the warrior of light. But history is full of such unexpected alliances. Shall we make our way into Dravanian then? The chill of the western highlands is unrelenting, and I would sooner be under the sheltering canopy of the Chocobo forest. All right, so we're ready to move on, but let me show you something now that we can fly in this area. If we look at the map, let's expand it. You'll notice that there are places on the map where I have driven with my motorcycle, but there's a lot of it that I haven't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount up and I'm going to fly now that I can, and open up all the rest of this map, because you get a ton of experience for doing that. So let's grab one of these here. We'll take off, pull our map up, and just start filling in. Now I'm gonna be coming back to that corner, so let me start. I'll start this way and just open the rest of the map that I haven't opened. You'll notice in the middle of the screen where every time I get into an area that's newly opened, I get credit. I'll have some experience. And when you're done, you get a ton of experience. So say I just discovered a new location. There's some 7,670 experience. I'll just keep opening up the map. The hell is that? Dirty crystals, I guess. All right, there's Falcon. Falcon's Nest. Do I need to? Yeah, I think I need to open up down here just a little bit. I don't think you can get down there, but I don't think you can anyway. There's a ravine here. We've been down there. All right, there we go. I don't think that spot opens up, but I could be mistaken. I know this is kind of boring, but I just wanted to show you, once you can fly, how much experience you get for filling the map in. Little cinematic view of the area. You sit back and relax. Open up your complimentary peanuts. All right, so we're going to come back into the corner that we started from, and then we're going to head to the next area. But keep an eye out, because once I open up this last area, you should see a little bit of experience pop in. Here we go. All right, we're going to fly through this pass right here.
Beyond Abalathia's spine, the great mountain range that spans the continent of Aldenard from east to west. Into the deepening shadows of Som-Al, where lies the ancient home of dragonkind. To a land where the soil slithers and the skies seethe with sinuous shapes, they came.
Oh, look, there's an ether current up there. We now stand on the threshold of Dravania. The path to Som-Al will take us far to the west, beyond the embrace of the forest branches. It will be a long and demanding journey. Might I suggest that we take our rest at the village up ahead and see that we are properly provisioned. There's a village here? But I thought these lands the sole domain of dragonkind. Why would anybody choose to live in the perilous place? The wild chocobos. Tailfeather was built by hunters who make their living capturing and selling the beasts. Their leader, Marchamp, is an acquaintance of mine. Being a gregarious sort, he will no doubt welcome our arrival. And he will also possess more recent knowledge of the road we seek to travel. I trust there is no objections. Only to this ceaseless chatter. If we are to meet this acquaintance of yours, let us do it before Ishgard burns. Patience, patience. Alright, yeah, so we're heading... See that glowing rock in the sky? Those are the floating clouds where the dragon that lives, that we need to talk to up there, so we got to get up there. Uh-oh. Did I go the wrong way? Or did I? Maybe not. Ah, there we are. Tail feather, this is called. Alright, let's get the aetheryte here. Go over and talk to the Chocobo Keep. I see there's a traveling mender over there. Let's see if we need a little bit of repair. Not really, but I always like to top it off. Make sure my equipment is in good shape. Let me get our Chocobo back out. Marchant. Well, tan my hide and call me Leatherface. We have visitors. Oh ho! And if it ain't the lovely Ysel. It's been too long, girl. That it has, Marchant. That it has. My companions and I are on a pilgrimage to Som All. Might we stay in Tailfeather for a while and prepare for the next leg of our journey? Of course, of course. Stay as long as you like. In fact, I wouldn't suggest leaving the forest at all. The dragons have been absolutely bleeding murderous of late. Forgive me, sir, but I'm not sure I understand. Do the dragons not bother you here in the forest? Bother us? Did Ysel not explain things to you, boy? You've seen them towering calastrium trees all about, haven't you? If you were flying above the canopy, you'd barely be able to see the ground. And as you expect, the local wildlife's canny enough to stay hidden beneath the leaves, which is why the dragons do not do their hunting. Which is why the dragons do their hunting elsewhere, as we can do ours in peace. I see. Thanks for the explanation. You're welcome. Now, I know it won't stop Ysel here, but dragons ain't the only things you'll need to keep an eye out for, especially if you're set on heading west. I dare say you're wondering what would possibly be worse than dragons, eh? Well, I'll tell you. The bloody Nath, they're what you might get if you crossed an antling with a megali crab and taught the thing how to walk on 2 legs. They never used to stray far from their hives out of fear of the dragons, but they've gotten a lot more aggressive of late, sending out war parties for malms in all directions. They've been taken to harassing the Devarians in their own lairs, if you can believe it. And when they venture into the forest, which is more and more, by the way, they certainly ain't afraid to come after my lot. I can only imagine how much worse it'd be closer to the Nath's home territory. All right, there's our first air current in a quest line. I see you've been making the rounds, getting to know the hunters in these parts. Well, how'd you like to help a real hunter? I'm overseeing 3 camps set up to the east, but the lazy sods ain't sent me a report in over a fortnight, and I'm too bleeding busy to be playing messenger. You look right fierce enough to get the information out of them. It's a simple job that'll earn you some coin. Can't rightly say no to that. If that tickles your fancy, then you'll need to talk to the leaders of each camp. Hear what they have to say and get back to me when you're done. All right. Twould seem that much has changed in Dravarnia. The Nath were not wont to cause such strife when I lived here. You lived here? In Dravarnia? Aye. 'Twas in the time following the calamity. My family was dead, my home was gone, and I had fled from the bitter cold into these lands. I knew not the paths of the forest then, and wandered out from under the protection of its boughs. That was when I chanced upon Velgar. He had descended from his mountain lair to hunt for food. My exhausted mind could not contend with the sight of the majestic worm, nor the vision of the past his presence visited upon me. Thankfully, Marchant found my unconscious form at the edge of the trees and nursed me back to health, and in Tailfeather I remained for some time. Hence your familiarity with the locals. But I interrupted you. You were saying these Nath were once a peaceful people. Peaceful? Well, that would not be the most fitting description. They are a fiercely territorial tribe, and any who intrude upon their domain are attacked without hesitation or quarter. Outside the borders of their homeland, however, they were rarely hostile. Indeed, we were even able to trade with some on occasion. They have changed then. What of it? We have not the time to creep through the underbrush on some roundabout route. I say we make straight for Sol Arm and crush an unruly insect we meet underfoot. A more direct path, then. Very well. Let us first follow the trail west out of the forest and make for the statue of the Stained One. From there, we should have a fair view of the road that leads to Somal. Shall we? Well, that's what they have to do. I need to get some aether currents found so I can fly. Well, paint me yellow and call me a chocobo. That's Milith's sightseeing log you've got there. Oh, forgive me. I got carried away for a moment. I'm Kester Ironheart, cousin to Milith, and an explorer of sorts, like most of my extended family. When I last spoke with Milith, she told me of an adventure with a keen case of wanderlust. An adventure that I know now to be you. What say you lend me your log for a moment? Don't worry, I won't eat it or anything. There, and yes, there. That should do it. It's no secret that Ishgard is home to some of the most remarkable sights in our realm. Mind you, I've not seen them all myself, but I certainly know where they might be found, and now so do you, thanks to the notes and rumors I've seen fit to jot down in your sightseeing log. Yes, scores of stunning vistas are just waiting to be discovered. Your legs will not carry you to all of them, though. Should you find a particular spot out of reach, you might consider taking to the skies atop a black feathered bird. Oh ho, but if I were to say more, I would be robbing you of the joy of discovering these spectacular views. Godspeed, my fellow explorer, and may this moment mark the beginning of a tour of wonder. Alrighty, let's get out here and take a look at our map. Compass detects current 375 yalms to the northwest, so that way, which happens to be where we have to go. All right, there's some hunters up on the hill here. See that glowing pearl looking thing up above? That's the sightseeing spot where I have to get up to. Now, I can't get to that one until I can fly. But we better get our chocobo out. Now, these are the nath that they were talking about. All right. Now, let's see. Can I get up there yet? Ah, here we go. Okay, this is one of the hunter camps that they wanted me to check on. Had ourselves a bit of an incident the other day. Some fiend came stomping out of the tree line and gobbled up one of our fresh caught birds. Wasn't a damn thing we could do about it. If we're going to keep on in this area, we'll need some extra hands. You tell the chief that. All right, anything else up here? No, don't look like it. All right, now to the west. Southwest. Oh, there we go. There it is. There it is. All right, we got two now, or is it three? Two, I think. Okay, so this one's full over here. Now we're over here. So we've got 2 out of 4. We have 2 more to find, and then we have 5 to get in a quest, of which we have 1 quest now. So I should be drinking some juice here. We got one all the way to the west. I think that'll be a little bit out of our way right at the moment. More Nath to fight, looks like. Where we gotta go anyway? Right there. Okay, and then we got a place over here that we need to go to. 2 of them. Alright, we're getting close. Don't worry, the Scooby Gang, they'll wait for us. They have to. They can't do anything without me. Alright. Whoa. What is it that we're looking for here? There. Alright, there's our destination. Did he give up on us? Should we chance to meet Marchamp again, remind me to thank him. Had he not warned us to expect the Nath, I doubt I would be standing here. Amid ruins that I would tentatively describe as Ishgardian, the style, if not quite identical, betrays a definite resemblance. You have a scholar's eye, Master Alphino. This structure is, in fact, over 1,000 years old. It is a remnant of the age when our ancestors and dragonkind lived together in peace. You claim this as evidence of our harmonious past. I was taught that these buildings were constructed by heretics in honor of your Dravarian masters. This rubble inspires no such awe in me. Stubborn fool, how desperately you cling to these false teachings of your beloved Holy See. Enough, both of you. You threaten the success of our mission with this incessant squabbling. Roland, pray reason with these two. As it seems, our goals are the same. Quite, lest you forget our goal is to prevent war, which will claim the lives of Dravarians and Ishgardians alike. If we are to accomplish this, you must learn to tolerate each other's presence. Trust in Roland's gift. In time, the secrets of history will be brought to light. Let that be enough, Estinian. You would have me keep my counsel until Roland's visions confirm the truth? Well, very well, but bait me not. Our meeting with Velgar will likely provide the catalyst Roland's gift requires, as it did mine. Let us press on. Alright, I'm going to take this jacket. It's not as good as what I'm wearing, but I might like the way it looks. And then I can glamour it later. Spy you the 3 great towers to the west? Ishgardians know them as Ank's Trin. The place serves as a roost for the dragon's lesser kindred. If we are to reach the peak of Som All, then we must first beseech these dragons to open the way. But do not be disheartened. The one who leads them is a friend. Of rather more concern is the disposition of the Nath. Let us survey the approach to the towers and see if the path is clear. Alright, so that's the way we have to go, but before I go there, I want to finish this quest line up that we took from Marchamp. So let's head back. We'll head back there and get to that spot right there. I think right there. So I'm going to take a shortcut here. And the reason why I wanted to come here first is because I need to take a break. And we'll carry on in the next episode. Hope you had fun, and I hope to see you there. Ta-ta for now.